Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here at the 2023 CUSA Kickoff. We're joined now by Middle Tennessee head coach Rick Stockstill, wide receiver DJ England Chisholm, and cornerback Teldrick Ross. We will begin with a short opening statement from head coach Rick Stockstill before opening it up to questions for him and our two student athletes. Thank you as well to those joining us today via Zoom. Please be sure to type your question in the chat along with your name and affiliation, and we'll get to those once we finish here in the room. Coach Stockstill.
Thank you. Thank you for everybody being here today, and thank you to Conference USA for hosting such a great event at a great venue. So I'm excited about our team this year, represented here by DJ and Teldrick, two phenomenal young men and two outstanding players as well. But I like our team. We got some really good leadership returning from our team. We lost some good players, but I feel really confident and good where we're at right now as we get ready to get started next week. So just excited about getting going.
Sam Doughton, GoBlueRaiders.com. Coach Stockstill, you've been with the program when they transitioned from the Sun Belt to Conference USA and had that transition in the conference schedule, playing a bunch of new teams. What lessons have you taken from that season to this season of transition in Conference USA and preparing for that?
Well, I think Sam, at the Group of Five level, at the Conference USA level, our teams, especially with the transfer portal, change so much from year to year. So when you have four new teams coming in that you've never played before, the familiarity is not there yet. As we watched them this summer, you got a good idea, but until you start watching them play and teams change. Our team is so much different right now than what it ended at the Hawaii Bowl. You know, we've got some new players here. We've got some players that didn't play last year that have really matured and stepped up and look to contribute this year. So every team is different. And with the transfer portal, it's hard to predict, you know, the talent level of each team until you start watching them play. But these four teams that are coming in are very talented. They're very well coached. I know they've got a lot of good players. And then, you know, the teams, us, Western, FIU, La Tech, UTEP, you know, the remaining teams are very talented teams as well. So it's a very competitive conference.
Question for DJ. Just talk to me about the increased leadership role you've taken in the offense and in the wide receiver room.
You know, in the receiver room, I'm probably the only senior. Yeah, I'm the only senior, so I have to bring that voice out. Usually in the past, I haven't been very active with my voice, so this year I'm working on that, you know, being active with my voice, bringing the young guys on, you know, so we come to be a good receiver room.
Teldrick, the defense had three different players make the Pro Football Focus preseason All-Conference USA team: Marley Cook, Devin Curtis, and Trey Fluell, and three different levels of the defense all getting honored. What does it say about the whole defense as a whole to have that type of talent at all three levels?
I think it showed the versatility of our defense. I think our defense, you know, stayed in the playbook. I think we have a good pursuit. I think that we're hungry for the ball. You know, we were tops in takeaways, you know, the last 2 years. So I think that's a testament to how hard we work and the work we put in at practice.
A question from Zoom from Cecil Joyce, Daily News Journal. For Coach and the players, you'll play 5 games in about 23 days and then have a considerable break before your next game. Can you talk about the adjustment that it will take to play 4 consecutive weekday games and have the odd schedule?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a challenge for everybody. It's new for everybody. It's new for me, and I've spent a lot of time studying it, researching it. I've spent a lot of time talking to other teams, conferences that have gone through this. You know, we played 2 games in 6 days, 3 and 12, 4 and 18, 5 and 25, and then you've got a 18-day layoff where you don't play. So I think the most important thing is we as coaches have to do a really, really good job of making sure our players are healthy and fresh, and then they've got to do their part from a recovery standpoint of taking care of their bodies, because there's not a lot of recovery time between those games. And then obviously from a schematic standpoint, I'm not sure how much of a game plan, how big of a game plan you can put in. You know, there's going to be probably some carryover from week to week, because you're not going to have the amount of days to practice, to install, to communicate what you want to do from a schematic standpoint in a short period of time. So the big thing is we've got to be smart in how we practice. The players have got to be diligent in how they take care of their bodies. I think they wanted to hear from you guys.
DJ Chiltrick, anything on how y'all are approaching those midweek games?
Like Coach said, we have to really be more into attention to detail, with the small window gap, and take care of our bodies. So, and with the 18, we just have to stay focused at the task at hand, stay focused, be ready to win the next games, and ready to get a championship.
I feel like, it's different. Like Coach Stark said, I never been through anything like this as a player. So I feel like it'll be good for us, because I feel like we can get time off and recover our bodies, because, football season it's a vicious sport. So I feel like it can be good for us as long as we approach it and handle it in a business-like way.
DJ, another quarterback battle going into the camp with four guys that offer different skill sets at the position. What do you like about Nick Vadiato, DJ Riles, Kyle Lowe, and Ren Heffley at the quarterback position?
Like you said, it's 4 different quarterbacks, 4 different type of skills. But when you said Vadiato, I smile. I love Vadiato. I think he'll be a great quarterback. Coming in this summer, I hear him when we have team throws after weightlifting and stuff. He's bringing his voice out. He's being more mature. He's leading us. He's leading the offense. And our offense is fast-paced, so he's hammering it on us about how we have to be fast. And so he's being a leader, and we're following him.
Rick, Jeff Nations with the Bowling Green Daily News. Just looking at Conference USA as a whole, as has been said, you've been around it for a while. Obviously, a wide geographic footprint. Just wanted to get your thoughts on whether you think this is an alignment that can work long term, or would you like to see it, obviously going to 10 next year, would you like to see it expand to 12? Where do you think CUSA needs to go to really remain strong?
Yeah, I think we're in a good place right now. The conference is, the footprint, I think, is probably not as big a deal now as what it used to be 5, 6, 10 years ago. I mean, you got UCLA and USC getting ready to go to the Big Ten, so I don't think you look at it and say, you got Liberty over here and New Mexico State way over here and all the schools in between. I don't think you look at it that way anymore. There's really good teams in this conference. I don't think realignment is done. I think there's going to be more. I'm not in a position to sit up here and say that, yeah, we should go to 12 or 14 or 16, whatever it is. But I think there's great direction. Great leadership in our conference right now, from not only the players in this conference, the coaches in this conference, but our commissioner and everybody else, Kelly, everybody involved in it. So I just think that we're in a good place, and I think we've positioned ourselves well for when realignment does happen again, when expansion does happen again, that we're in a good position to, expand if that's what the powers to be want to do.
For the players, can you talk about the excitement and challenge of starting the year off with Alabama as an opener?
I think that every year I've been here, we either started with we always started with a big school, like Michigan my freshman year. Then we started with Miami last year. But, we're always excited to go out there and compete to the highest level. We're never going to lay down for a big school just because it's a big school. We're not looking to go in to lose. We're always playing to win. So, we just go out there and compete, have fun, and try to win us a game.
I feel like any school can be beat on any given day, and the team can be beat on any given day. Y'all seen that last year about what we did with Miami. So I feel like coming in, it's a great challenge for us, but I feel like we're going to accept the challenge and do what we got to do down in Tuscaloosa.
For Coach, you've got 3 former players on your staff, another 5 former players that are GAs or analysts. Talk to me about the importance of keeping it kind of in-house on the staff.
Yeah, I mean, it's those guys that I've hired, it wasn't a charity hire. It wasn't, here, I'm going to do this because you played here. All those guys have earned it. They've earned the right to coach. They know what we expect in our program. They're all, the 3 full-time coaches are really, really talented young coaches. And then the GAs, the quality control guys are, learning the coaching profession. They've all earned it. They deserve the opportunity. And again, I'm glad they're here. They love the university. They love Middle Tennessee. They love our football program. And this, this day and time, you want guys that, not this day and time, you always want it, but you want guys that, love their school. And I always wanted to coach at my school, and I never got the opportunity. But there's something special about being able to coach at your school, and I'm glad those guys are here. The 3 full-time guys have done a phenomenal job, and the young guys are doing a great job also. So it's something that I'm proud of, and they've earned it. They deserve it. It wasn't anything that it wasn't a handout. It wasn't, here you played here, you get a job.
For Teldrick, for those that may not know, you're a baseball guy and you wanted to give it a go with both sports, but what went through that decision to fully commit to football?
Kind of going into my college, I wanted to play both sports, which is why I went to middle. Coach Starr allowed me to play both going into middle. And so what made me transition to football and just stick strictly on football is the workload. You got to realize, like, in college, every sport is year-round. So, like, me trying to balance football and baseball, and I'm there on a football scholarship, so I have to honor that because Coach Stark got me there, and he's paying for me to go to that college. So, you know what I'm saying? If I don't, do what I'm supposed to do on the football end and hold up what I'm supposed to hold on, I know my scholarship can get revoked. So I just wanted to focus on football because it got to be a whole lot. And then I ended up having 2 labrum surgeries. And so, they just kind of just made me just stick to football. I couldn't throw the same. I couldn't really hit the same. So that's why I just stuck to football.
For both players, obviously the new student-athlete performance center facility is just getting started. Getting built. I think the fences went up last week. Y'all have had to deal with some transitions to be a part of that. Obviously something y'all might not see being seniors, but what's the excitement like knowing that facility is being built and what it could mean for the football program long term?
I feel like it'll be very exciting, in the near future for upcoming athletes for Middle Tennessee. Some people come to Middle Tennessee now, they kind of look at us funny because our facilities aren't up to date and things like that, but I feel like in the future, I feel like we'll be able to bring in more athletes just by the looks at our facility and resources that we'll have.
I've seen some of the bigger schools. I've seen some of their facilities. So, I'm very excited about our facility getting built. I feel like it's going to be great for the players. I feel like you're not going to be able to keep the players out of there. It's going to be so comfortable and so luxurious. So I can't wait to see it get built and see the players get to enjoy it.
All right. Thank you all very much for your time today. We'll have Commissioner Judy McLeod up next at 9:50.